Good morning and welcome to VapeAM. Good morning and welcome to VapeAM. I'm Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. This is the show where we talk about current events. We vape, you get up and just wake up with me, and we're going to do some building and stuff. Today, the first thing that I want to say is that my heart goes out to everybody in Belgium because there were some terrible bombings last night and a bunch of people were killed, at least 26 people in a bombing of the airport and 2 train stations. And I just have nothing but sympathy for those people. And so here's to everybody in Belgium, and we'll be thinking about you. And we're going to keep tuning into that news today. So anyway, today we're going to call a few friends. I'm actually going to call Skeletor right away because we're going to start doing just maintenance junk. Today I'm going to wick a couple of things. I think we're going to start with the Moonshot and then maybe do the Avocado if I have time. Maybe make some DIY. Talk about a few things that are coming out and talk with Skeletor. Let me just shout out to the folks in chat and say, hey, hello everybody. You guys are awesome. I want to say hey to William and Brett and Brandy and James and Josh and Owen and Ryan and Sean and Sam and Brian, and that's 2 of them. And Skeletor's there and Zach. You guys are awesome. And everybody else who's in there too who scrolled off. You guys are great. So it's time to get ready for the show. Oh, I'm not scarfless. Oh, you can believe I'm not scarfless. In fact, I got the red one, and I wanted to wear the blue one, but I can't seem to locate it. So, whatever. I'll be wearing the red one. Yeah. So, I got a Moonshot last week, which some of you guys know. I showed it off on one of the episodes, and I'm starting to like it more and more. I did the review probably next week, I guess, maybe the end of this week, and I really like that thing. Let me just get my stuff dressed up and we'll give Skeletor a call on Skype. I want to say good morning to everybody. By the way, I want to remind you guys that if you like this show, be sure to like and subscribe, and I have to change this thing because it's not Thursday anymore. Be sure to like and subscribe, and tell your friends, share these. We're on here every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 for our little behind-the-scenes look at Orbital Vaping Headquarters. And also, big news, Phil Busardo is going to be on Vaping Dawn to Dusk on Saturday, a week from Saturday, the 26th of March. So be sure to share that link. I sent it out through Twitter and on Instagram, and I have it on the Facebook group. But I'll put it in the description too. But make sure you guys share that thing out too, and also make sure that you send me questions, because that way we can, organize the questions we have to ask him. I have a bunch of questions to ask him anyway on my own, and I just hope that you guys will submit some. You can always ask him anything you want. So today's Tuesday, and boom, there we go. It's all updated. So that's great. Also, I'm going to call Skeletor here. I just want to remind him that he needs to mute the audio on his YouTube video. And I've got him on Skype-erific. Oh, also, you guys let me know if the quality's okay, because I can't quite see it yet. And I'm hoping that it's pretty good, because we've had that problem with the banding issue lately. It looks like it's good right now to me. Yeah, it looks fine. So you guys let me know. And let's see. Let me just reveal Skeletor. Let's get the Mother Licking Friends window up. There is Skeletor. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
You're unmuted. Hey, be sure to mute your audio. I guess you weren't listening to your audio. It's echoing through.
I was actually muted and my audio's off.
Oh, you know what? That is actually paradoxically my own audio. So I turned it off. So how are you doing, buddy? How is everything? It's Tuesday morning.
Yes, it is. Excuse me, it is. Yes, indeed. And as everybody can see, I'm moving faster, I'm looking brighter, and I have interwebs, everybody.
I'm just saying hello to Kevin in chat. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, it's so exciting. Skeletor has actual chat now. So how cool is that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's upgraded his Wi-Fi, and he's still working on getting a better computer with a better webcam, but we're getting to the point where he's just about to be able to look as good as I do, and I'm so sexy and so important, and so is he, so it's really important.
That's right. That's right. I trimmed up yesterday, got rid of the stash, the burns. I've just kept the goatee. You know, we got to keep it fresh.
Hey, Mike Reddy to you too. Hello, and thanks for all you new people, and thanks obviously for everybody who always comes. And oh god, I was trying to get the desk cam working. See, I could show you guys what I'm doing, but what I've got is I've got my Moonshot all emptied out. I just vaped it down to nothing, and I was going to open it up and re-wick it. And if I've got time, I'm going to do the avocado too, which I love my avocado.
I have to reach over here and snag my bag because I'm going to be doing some building as well.
First, let's have a big fat vape. It is
Good
morning
idea.
time. Yeah.
There she is.
I've got LDNA 200, my Hot Sig DX 200, which I worship this thing.
I need to grip somewhere else. I'm going to get a big fat cotton swat and choke my lungs up.
That doesn't sound bad. Now I vaped this Overcast. This is my Overdose Vapes Overcast coil. Hey Sean Taft, how are you, buddy? Oh, Sean Taft. I'm so glad Sean Taft is here because here's another thing I've got is I have my new Velocity. Ding!
Yeah.
So
Word.
that means that I can finally put this coil in there. Sean
right.
sent me this forever ago, and I'm so excited. But I'm going to put
what's
that,
up, Sean?
that
What's up?
and vape it. Oh, lordy. Brandy says that her cats are fighting. That's no good.
Yeah, mine have been too, actually.
That's no good.
I think it's the full moon coming on Wednesday.
The e-liquid that I've got here is actually something that I won on Instagram. That is,
Word.
this in particular is, I forgot the name of it. So instead of getting it wrong, I'll show you the bottle. I can't actually read it. Oh my god. This stuff is good though. It's a vanilla custard.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's very mild. I think it's Scranton's ohms.
Scranton?
I believe.
Scranton, PA?
Scranton's with a Z. I wish it wouldn't focus. Yep, reverse psychology works.
Reverse psychology works every single time,
It's
brother.
called Courtchester. It's pretty good. Mild.
So is it from Scranton, PA? Is that what's up?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know somebody from Scranton, actually. I worked with them quite a bit back late 90s, early 2000s, right before I left for the service.
That's cool. I don't know too many people. I've met more people through vaping than I have through any other single hobby, except for maybe fountain pens and music. And, oh, that's not true. Probably met more people with coffee. It wasn't a hobby, though. It was a career. But
Well,
I think it's fascinating that vaping's the best hobby for meeting people all over the world. It's killer.
that's very true. That's very true. And I guess when you consider us having such access to the interwebs nowadays, you know, we have the opportunity to meet people throughout the world for actually anything, really. I think it's just the time. Like, you met a lot of people when you were in the coffee industry, but like you said, that was your career and you were actually contacting people specifically for coffee. However, with the internet and all these chats and, you know, different programs that you can use, Facebook, all the different social medias, I think we're able to meet more people because of the time that we live in nowadays, I think.
Well, community is my favorite thing about this. I love quitting smoking, and I love the community, and that's killer. So I just want to say hey to a few more people. Mike Reddy, Zach Schaefer, hello. B-Man's here, Owen's here. And Owen pointed out that on Instagram to follow the long and winding Ohm, which, Owen, is that you, or is that someone related to you? When I saw that person...
I thought it was him.
Yeah, me too. I looked it up and I was like, oh, that looks exactly like Owen Ginter. And then
I said that too, and that's when I hit. Okay, he followed me. He looks like Owen. It might be Owen.
Yeah, and I was like, if it's not Owen, then I don't care. The guy looks like Owen, so it's cool. Like, all right. But I was like, wow. He'll tell us in a second. Yeah, that's fine.
I think we're on like a 30-second delay this morning. At least that's what it seems from me watching my computer and our conversation.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, I don't remember what I clicked on the little checkbox when I created the show, so I could have clicked anything. I might have clicked no one can watch this for all I know. So I guess Owen's got... Oh, it's him. He says it's him. Okay, I was like,
See,
I'm glad.
Yeah,
So, okay, that's cool.
that's awesome.
And also, I want to remind you guys to follow me on Instagram. I'm Juicy Jones HQ on Instagram, and Skeletor is Skeletor Vapes on Instagram.
Right.
Yeah. And we're very active on Instagram. And in fact, my Instagram is at 11,300 or something. And
Nice.
it's going great. In fact, I got such a huge amount of traction from this hilarious post that I found on let's just have a little Instagram moment. This hilarious post that I found on vape porn that made me so happy. In fact, why don't I just put a little window up and play the mother liquor? It won't play the sound, will it? I'll try it.
Yeah, we can try.
This post made me happy. Instagram. It was a guy at the convention this weekend vaping on the world's largest box mod.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it? I'll put it
Yeah.
up here. It's so funny.
We had some locals up at Vape Slam. Excuse me.
Boom!
Yeah, we had some locals at Vape Slam, so I got I saw a couple of live pictures in my social media feed.
So this guy is Matty _ vapes, MATTY _ vapes, and he's awesome. He didn't even have a full load of batteries in there either, which I think is hilarious. I love this guy. But so check out our
Just like
Instagram. I
color
really
green.
love it. Yeah. Also, I want to shamelessly plug my cousin Megan Jansen. She has a photography business in Calgary. So if you're near there, hit her up. She just got married and moved to Calgary. And look at this insane coil that came from Eric Espinoza, the Chicago way. It's Eric 15 Espinoza, but that is insane. It's like a crazy Clapton with another Clapton wrapped around it. And the number one question I get for this is how to wick it. And it's just exactly as I thought it would be. The way to wick this thing is that you take the outer coil off, put wick around it, then put it back on.
Interesting.
So I'm actually going to consider something like this for the Goon. And in news of the day, the Goon is here.
Oh, it is?
Oh no, not here. It's shipped. It's shipped Saturday or Monday. I forget. So let me just close that guy. Get that out of there. But I'm so excited that
Need
it's
to find
finally
my
shipped.
My new toy that I got from Evolution Vapes.
Team Baby Clouds. We need to see if we can.
Hashtag.
We need to see if we can reserve Team Baby Clouds, or at least start using it for. Hey, you know what? If you guys tag Team Baby Clouds, I'll start reposting as much of that stuff as I can on OVHQ. I want to remind you guys too that I created an Instagram account just for the Orbital Vaping Headquarters brand. So this is for all of us. This is me. And I'm going to take the OVHQ tags and the Team Baby Clouds tags or whatever I want and repost stuff. So for now, it's just me and, the odd thing here, Brandy, Skeletor, and Luke. But all of you guys, if you tag OVHQ TV or OVHQ or Team Baby Clouds, I'll try to repost you, which would be fun. So we'll have a little account just for that stuff. And if I
Holy hell.
Yeah, and if I forget it, whatever, or if you have a picture you want me to post on there, DM it to that account, and I'll get it, and I'll do that for you. Because that'll be fun, huh? And then we'll try to grow this. Yeah, that'll be
Hey,
fun.
I see myself. Finally
Yeah.
caught up. I'm looking at the OVHQ Instagram page. I see
Yeah.
me and Grim.
Totally. And I screwed up
See,
this post
Andy,
right here
I
and
see.
didn't put any words in it. But Grim Green liked this post. 17 likes, and one of them is Grim Green. Oh, yeah.
On the picture of me and Grim.
Yeah, on OVHQ, actually, not on my page. He doesn't go anywhere near my page, which is strange.
It is
But-
strange. He's been like bombing my stuff lately.
But yeah, oops. There's like too much preview going on. I'm a huge fan of Instagram. I love it. I actually want to point out one more thing on Instagram. In other news here in Orbital Vaping Headquarters, on the first episode of VapeAM, I made a joke about not having any sponsors at all, and then Louis Cruz of Nuve Mod said, "Oh, I'll sponsor you, Juicy," and I thought he was kidding, but look, he made a mod and he's sending it, and he put it in the mail, and here, while we're doing this, I'll just...
That's so awesome. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's such a beautiful piece of machinery.
And so I'm so blisteringly excited out of my mind that is going to come, and be sitting in my hands here pretty soon. And so I'm going to be repping that as much as I can. And what a beautiful thing. And Lewis is so great. He put my name on it. He also put a big green lantern sign on the back, which is badass. And he gave me the cool pattern, and he gave me the cool color, and he really just did what he thought everything I wanted, which is such a nice thing to do. And thank you, Lewis. And I can't wait to touch it and feel it and press that button over and over and over. I'm going to press that button over and over and over and over and over.
Love me some Nuve mods. I mean, I vape on this. This is pretty much glued to my hand.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I can say I have been rocking the shit out of this Appearing mod, but I love Nuve mod.
Of course.
It's great.
It doesn't detract from how much I love any other mod, but I just love Lewis. And what that is a really humbling thing for me, because Lewis believes in what we're doing on the channel, and so I'm grateful.
Sure.
And I just am grateful to anybody who believes in what we're doing on the channel here. What we're trying to do is make a live network, so that's what we're doing. And I wanted to say hello and thank everybody in chat. Again, is anybody cool come, or is it still just all the same people? Just kidding. Just joking.
So I'm unwrapping a package as we speak that I got in the mail the other day that I've been dying to play with, but I've been wanting to play with it on the show here. Owen's going to love this.
Whoa, Sean Taft is saying that Brett Fell sent him a custom CFA Addy. No, I haven't seen that.
What?
Yeah, I want to see that. So while you show off your thing, I'll find that in the window.
I'm trying to unwrap the package here.
I'm super excited too, because James is sending me some coils and a noisy cricket, which is so astonishingly great. And
actually, James just said that's the finish he was looking for. That's actually a distressed finish. This particular box, I mean, the distressed pattern that's on it is one of a kind, but there were 2 green ones made for the October show here in Orlando. Number 4 and number 9. I have number 9, but on the, I don't know, there we go. At the bottom, it actually states the day and the convention that it was for and everything. He does make more distressed models. I think he's going to make another one for the April show in Daytona. He did make a couple of distressed models for the Tampa show that we had.
Yeah, Lewis is doing something cool. He's taken his boxes and he's got a staple set of designs, and then he does, 20s, 10s and 20s of little cool things, and then, create some rarity there. Your noisy cricket, that's cool.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
By the way, I just want to shout out to Larry Webb, and Larry Webb and I are Avocado brothers.
Yes.
And he loves his. He got one recently too, and he's like, woo! And I freaking love mine too.
Look at Owen. Noisy cricket, noisy cricket, noisy cricket.
Yeah, and I'm so excited. I'll be one of you pretty soon here too, because like I said, James just sent me one, and I'm beside myself with excitement. I can't wait to use it.
Oh, they're so much fun. This is my second one actually. This was sent as a gift, the Indestructible and the Noisy Cricket, from Evolution Vapes, a couple. They actually run and own the Facebook page Vapors Evolved, but they were actually one of the first equipment, I dare say, the S word, but I reviewed some stuff for them. They sent me a lot of stuff to review. We had a good working relationship over the course of the last 9-10 months, something like that, 8 months, 9 months. And as a gift, they were like, hey, how do you like the Noisy Cricket and the Indestructible? I said, well, I never had an Indestructible, but unfortunately my Noisy Cricket is down. So they sent me another one, the black Indestructible with the black Noisy Cricket. It's going to be murdered out.
That's fantastic. That's totally cool.
Yeah, I'm going to build on it while we're sitting here. Actually, I just put it on the tab.
That's so fun. Yeah, my whole plan is to. I'm so excited about. Okay, good. Just asked Sean Taft to tag me on the post for his atomizer, so I'm gonna pop that up. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. It says Taft on it. Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay, hold on.
I'm waiting to catch up now.
I'm flashing it on the screen here. Check that out. That is so cool. That is unbelievably cool. Must say, I like it. Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited about getting my new vape mod, and I've got, you and I are planning on doing a bunch of duo reviews here in the near future, and also there's some hardware coming up. I just can't stress how much I like the Avocado. I know Sean is such a fan too, and you know, it's true that it's not the cleanest atomizer, but it is one of the tastiest atomizers you can get for how easy it is to build on. So fucking easy to build on.
That shit's fucking badass. I just saw the RDA.
Yeah, fun, huh? Isn't that cool?
Unfortunately, James, this box is not going anywhere. It's stuck. Yeah. He goes, I want the one Skeletor has.
Yeah. Sorry. That is pretty cool.
Unfortunately, there can be only one. Well, actually, there's two, but... Oh, yeah, I took an Instagram photo of the two brothers together at the Tampa convention.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do a Clapton build on the Indestructible. I'm going to shoot for...
Well, look at that. I got my desk cam working.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad.
I'll have a desk cam shortly. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is do the Moonshot. The thing that I'm the most, and I also washed all my drip tips. Oh, baby, look at that. All washed up. All washed. And if I can, I should try to...
All right. Question for the audience.
Didn't work.
Anybody that's familiar with the Indestructible, because I am not. This isn't the first time that I've built on it, but I'm not familiar with it. I've only built on one once, and it was for somebody else, and it was quick, and that was that. However, 2.5 or 3 mil. I'm doing a Clapton build. 26 gauge fuse with a 32 gauge outer wrap or 36 gauge outer wrap. I can't remember. Five wrap, 3 millimeter. One. Why would I want to do a 5 wrap 3 millimeter for the Noisy Cricket? 2.5, James says. I'll go 2.5. Okay, thank you, James. All right. Are you there, Juicy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, couldn't hear anything. It went really quiet. It's like, wow.
I'm just resizing the window so that we can be here and we're looking at the desk.
Oh, okay, cool. That works.
Yeah, why not?
Hey.
Yeah, why not? Of course, people aren't interested in watching me move windows around, but hey, there you go. You can see us here do this thing. So, yeah, I washed all my silly drip tips out. And now I'm going to build this thing. My own window's in the way, so I'm going to move it back over to the side.
Funny. I want to shoot for like a 0.35 to a 0.4. Let me see. This is, I believe it's the Fuse 26 gauges nichrome. I believe. I packed up all my tools in my toolbox because I was at Vapor Queen all weekend helping out, and now I go reaching for something on where it usually is, and it's not there because they were all packed up. Did some battery wraps this weekend.
Yeah, Skeletor did a whole bunch of work over at the vape store here in the last few days. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the exposure for you guys who are in the audience. You're probably like, what the hell is he doing there? So they're
No
saying that
worries.
in
6
chat here they're
reps.
saying 3mm may not fit. I just saw
Okay, I'll
Tad
do a
just
2.5.
asking about the guitar. I gotta play my guitar one of these days again. So I'm just gonna take this thing apart for you guys who haven't seen the Moonshot come apart. Hey, you know what? My Microsoft cam has like a weird artifact that it shows.
Oh yeah.
By the way, paper towels are a must in this business. For those of you,
I don't believe you.
Yeah, right. One thing I really love about the Moonshot is how easy it is to take apart. It's really like a simple, pretty simple device. You just pull this apart, and really the top is only 4 parts. It's the glass, which is right here. The main chimney and top cap assembly with tons of O-rings. There's at least 3 O-rings on this thing, plus 1 for the glass. And then the top cap and drip tip assembly, which is really just, come on, focus, M-Soft. Something like this. It's kind of flat. And then this is the 510. The actual drip tip that's on this thing is kind of a weird chuffy chuff, kind of.
A weird chuffy chuff.
Yeah, it's like a little mini chuff of its own. You can, if you like, you can just use it by itself, and it's a little bit strange and not so. The 510 adapter sometimes holds on to a few kinds of drip tips. This is one of them. This is it doesn't really work with ones with 1. This is one with 2, and then okay, there we go. So
Yeah, Sam Wells just said Skeletor, you need glasses bad. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting to get to the VA for my appointment. It's April 5th. I'm squinting bad. Well, I'll just put my sunglasses on. They're prescription.
really,
Maybe you guys will be able to see me. Hey, now I can see.
so yeah, there's that. And the actual deck is thus. So these are filthy. I'm going to re-wick them. But this is a little bit tricky here because when I unscrew this little retaining ring right here, the deck is actually going to be free floating. You'll see. So you see I'm unscrewing this and it's coming out of that. And look at that. The whole deck here actually just rotates freely and it sits in here like a pie pan. Just like a pie pan. And this is so disgusting and filthy. It's unbelievable. You can see how absolutely disgusting these coils have gotten in the last several days. This wick is filthy. So as you can see, I fluffed it out there and then pushed it down into these little corners right here and then put that top thing back onto it and then just cut them. So I'm going to pop these out. Oh, well, I see what I did. They shouldn't be that bad. What happened was I burnt it too hot, and because I can see that one of them just got separated. James just said, "Oh my God, Juicy!" Yeah, he saw these coils. They're disgusting. They are disgusting.
Word.
Yeah, pretty good job. If one has pride, one can change this, but I don't. Got no pride. These
No
are really
pride.
gross out of their minds. They're really heinous. They're insane.
Okay, the one thing I do not like about the indestructible, why the hell does it need 2 separate types of screws? It's got grub screws and it's got Phillips. Can you see me, Juicy? Check it out.
I can. Nice.
I don't like that though. I don't like how it screws, and I wish Thomas was in the audience. He could tell me exactly what grub screws to pick up to replace these.
Here's Orbital Joe. Orbital Joe says he likes the Texas Tough Cotton too. Yeah, let's talk wicking for a second. All of the wicking that you get, that's the major name brand stuff, that's the top 3 stuff. The what's your favorite Skeletor?
Native Wick.
Yeah, Native Wicks, Cotton Bacon, V1 or V2, and Texas Tough. They're all good. And there's a bunch of other good ones too.
I didn't like Cotton Bacon all that much. I was not impressed with it.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't really change my conclusion that it's still good. I mean, if somebody hasn't tried any of them, pretty much everybody can pick one of those and be pretty happy with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, for example, I'm using Cotton Bacon V1 right now, and I have V2 sitting around.
You also have the
Thanks,
bits,
Sean.
right?
I have what, sorry?
Cotton Bacon V2 bits.
These are just V1 bits.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, and they're fine. They're absolutely indistinguishable from V2, except for this is a little bit pillier. A tiny bit pillier. But what I like about this is that it comes out in little sheets just like this, and I can adjust what I want. Of course, you guys have to remember that I make no warranty at all about being a good builder or anything of the sort. I'm a garbage builder and a shit, everything. I'm terrible. And so don't think that I'm sitting here trying to show off. I'm just trying to show you what I do. Because I'm absolutely horrendous. But this is fairly easy. Once you realize that this free-floating little fucker has to be handled a certain way.
I think I just figured out a trick.
You'll notice I stuck an Allen key through this thing, and I'm just sitting here holding it, and it gives me a little leverage. You can do a number of things. Whatever you have handy that fits through there. Mine actually came with an Allen key that was slightly too small, and so it cracks me up a little bit because no, it's supposed to come with 2 Allen keys, your Moonshot, and mine came with 1, and or it came with 2 that were the same size. The 2 Allen keys you're supposed to get are different sizes, and one of them is supposed to be smaller than the other so that you can have to doctor this up a little bit. Only has to pop through. I'm a lazy wicker. I just go through in a U-turn. That's my method.
Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Oh, that's horrendous. So, in this case, James nailed it. When the reason why I'm re-wicking this is that I burnt the wick out, so it was tasting funny. And also the coils are terrible. I'll replace the coils later today. I just don't want to take time during the show today to do this. But he nailed it. He saw it immediately and saw what was wrong. I used a tiny bit too little wicking. That's what happened. I needed a little bit more wicking because another symptom that I was getting was while I was vaping, I was getting a little bit of slurp. And it was vaping great. It didn't actually start doing that till a while after. But here we go. Look at that. Hello.
All right.
And of course, Sean says he uses Japanese sheets. Those are fine too. A lot of people are perfectly happy with the sheets that you get with all your cotton and everything. And the truth is, those are great. Maybe what people should be told a little better is how to groom those, because those are great if you groom them right. You have to pull the hard pads off.
Pad, yeah. It is a process with the pads, but I'm used to it because that's what I get with all my static wire.
Yeah, and if you don't do that, then it's not going to be very good. So this time it's quite a bit more wicking. I'm actually going to thin this one out a little bit because it's kind of too much in this case. This was the ass end of the wick when I pulled it through. thin it out a teeny bit.
I think I'm going to hit 0.30 on this build. I think I should have gone one more wrap, but if I went one more wrap, I think it might have been too much. So
0.30 sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hit about 0.30.
So the thing to know about this is that if you see this bottom deck, I need to see if I can fit the little top cap on here and just trim around it. If I can't, I'll have to trim a little bit anyway. But if I can, I'm just going to do a little bit of a stuff job with an Allen key, which I have more than one Allen key, right? Don't I?
You should.
No, the answer is obviously no if I'm asking. I don't know why I don't. Yeah, I'm going to trim these a little bit more. Because what we're really going to do is just mask it off and trim it by sticking the thing down on it. But they're circular, and they should be short. Short and thick, baby.
That's what she said.
What this is you're building the world's largest K-Fun coil. It's a 17 millimeter K-Fun coil, basically. It's just a huge, fatty factory
like
coil.
Fat.
Yeah, it's like a big factory coil.
Fat.
And forgive me if the camera's a little bit weird. I have to actually look down onto this, so it's kind of funny. Kind of, funny. And like I said, some people are going to find this just mindlessly fussy to have to ride this on the little rail and to push this down over this. But I personally find it just fine, because once you've done it a time or two, it isn't truly fantastically more difficult. Now what I'm doing now is I'm pulling up on these little shoulders just a little bit, just to pull some more of that wicking up inside this chamber. I'm going to do all 4 of them quite a bit. Just pull it up inside there, just to get some of it in there. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something. It's just very important. If you look inside of this thing, you can see that there is a ridge there and a ridge there. They're symmetrical, top and bottom. And that orients towards a north-south orientation on this actual thing corresponding to these lumps. That one there and this one here, where the positive, or I'm sorry, where the negative poles are on this. So it's important that when I stick this down here, that I make sure I'm lining it up, I hope you can see that, with that little ridge centered on that little indentation coming out. And what that is an air hole thing. Yeah, and it pops right down on there. And see, we have a bunch of extra stuff here, so I'm just going to go along and go. Wah. It's shearing sheep, baby.
Are you a sheep shearer?
Sheep shearer.
Do you shear sheep?
And what's cool about this is that I'm just going to use my fingernails to stuff that in there. It may go in, and I may just use my nails, just go around. And for those of you who don't have nails, you could use a tiny Allen key or a small flat piece of plastic, a piece of cardboard. This is not a matter of needing a lot of force. It's only a matter of needing something small and thin. In effect, a fingernail. Or, for example, there we go. And I'm going to try to get all of the material up inside there if I can, because I don't want this to have any unnecessary air gaps or anything. Oops, I pulled it out a little bit too far. Oops, I'm sorry if I'm... Let's see. So Ryan Berman is saying that he picked up a velocity clone from Tobacco, and that is the way to go. Tobacco makes the one. In fact, if you see this, there's the box for my velocity clone I just got. Tobacco. If you're buying one online, or if you go into a shop, make sure that it's a Tobacco one. And if they don't know, have them show you the box. And if it doesn't say Tobacco on it like that, don't get it. So there we are. We just achieved that. Now I'm going to do a basic fluff job, but you can see that the cotton comes out right to the holes anyway in the corners. One thing you don't want to do is pull the cotton through the holes. You do want the cotton to be oriented in such way that the juice will come in through the air hole at the bottom and through these things into here and then saturate and then go into the coil, but you don't want this poking out and touching the glass or anything like that. So yeah, all we gotta do is screw this down inside the base now. We all love to screw. Everyone loves it. And then what you see is this is just a giant coil. I mean, the chimney sits right on top of this thing. So there is so much space in here. There isn't a huge amount of vertical space, but there is plenty. That's a 2.5 mil wrap, and there's room for a little bit more, although your room this way is not that huge. But these are inset down there, so you might be able to build across. I'm not sure. I haven't tried anything like that yet. Yeah. And then I guess I should drip on this. I think I'm going to drip some toot juice, ADV.
Word. I got some of that.
Toot juice,
yeah.
ADV.
ADV, baby. This is extra steeped ADV. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. Cinnabon morning. So I'm just wetting these coils, really. I don't want to get a lot of stuff in here, trust me on this, because if you do, you'll be a little bit sad because the thing can leak through the bottom, but I just don't want them to be dry. And then I'm going to put in the top cap here and screw her down. Come on now. Don't embarrass me with 3 people watching. No, just kidding. With both people watching.
Right.
And here is another tip. Besides change your coils more often than I do, and don't be like me. Another tip here is when you're filling this up, close the air hole. That's tip 1. Tip 2 is when you're filling it up and you have your air hole closed, this is very important. Do not overfill the itty bitty Moonshot. You want to overfill it because it's a tiny 2 mil tank. You're like, I can cheat it. I can stick an extra 1/4 mil in the top and just screw the top down. Don't do that. Because what you're going to get is a mod covered in e-liquid. So you'll see that this is almost full. I'm not going to fill it all the way. And so what I show you here is that when you're on the run, fill it to right below this cap right here. Fill it so these things right here, it's full just into the holes. Even if there's a little bit of an air hole in there, because if you fill it up any more than that, especially if the air holes are open, then it comes down the chimney and then just squeezes out. It also squeezes out between the O-rings and the top here. So when you screw it down, it doesn't necessarily force all the e-liquid down inside. Sometimes it just squeezes out the top. Mm-hmm. And so you get this sort of like greasy thing after you fill it, if you overfill it. And in fact, I underfilled this and it still did it just a little bit. So just be aware that that's always the case. But this thing is about to vape like $1 million. And then I'm going to look and see if it leaked. It didn't appear to be too bad. There's always going to be, or often going to be, some leaking. But I vape mine with my air hole just about there, about 1/3 open. And let's try switching to the other display. Yeah. I'm going to put this on a mod and vape it. Vape it, mother liquor. I really love my Moonshot. Okay, what am I at? 65 watts.
That thing is loud.
Hell yeah. It typically isn't very loud, but it might be because the mic is right next to your ear. That looks good. Mmm. 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 Love the Moonshot. Love the Moonshot. Big fan of this thing. Yeah, I am. Wow, I feel like that's kind of nicked me up. Not a trickster. Killer. Love the Moonshot. It's interesting too because the tolerances are such that when you vape it down to the bottom, this whole area right here, that metal ring that goes all the way around, is actually designed to be extremely close to the glass, and so the liquid wicks through that little tiny ring and then into this other inset ring right here and floats around here. And so it's the tolerances are tight, and the engineering is cool on this. It's what makes the wicking work so well, is that they have a staged type of thing where they've included that little the little tank part of it as part of the engineering of the wicking. So it's cool. Zach Schaefer in chat. So there you go. There's Wicking the Moonshot. That's what I do to my Moonshot to wick it. And thanks for enduring that, but I had to get that done today because I sensed that I had burnt the thing out and that it was a little bit slurpy yesterday. I've been vaping it for about 4 days, and it was 5 days, and it was my first wicking on that. So
Right.
first time's the charm on that thing in my case, and the only tip I got from anyone was to stick a wrench through that thing to get the thing to stay still. And some people are going to complain about that, but I adore this thing. And I got this from cmcvapes.com for review, which I'm going to do on the live channel. And if you want one, they're not very expensive. They're about $40 at cmcvapes.com. And his price is actually better than most people's. Cool. So how's your build coming there, Skeletor?
Getting it figured out.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm just seeing what my space is.
Nice.
Remember what I told you?
About what? It coming out to 0.3?
0.30 on the fucking money.
Nice.
It's going to come out to about a 0.32, probably 0.35, which I'm cool with. Because I haven't even fired it up any yet.
I think I'll open the Moonshot airflow all the way up, and then... Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put it on my DNA 200.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly what I did... Yesterday I vaped this all day long on my Outside the Box Mods EOB. All day. And it was killer. Let's see what happens when I open that airflow all the way up. And then I feel like I'm neglecting chat, so I'm going to say hi to those guys. Okay, here we go. Ha! Nice. I put the door to my EOB on a pair. I hate that. I have a dog. That's a good vape.
Yeah.
On this parallel box, it is a really good flavor vape if you put a drip tip on it. Honestly, I think that their little mini drip tip that comes with it is not great for flavor unless you're at higher watts. But it's good. It's very good. And what I like about it is it's extremely low profile. When you have basically no drip tip on it. And so, it's like a chub. Hey, Thomas Pavlou. Good morning, buddy. Thomas Pavlou just
Thomas
joined
is
us.
Here.
Yeah.
Just the man I have a question for, actually. Thomas, are there any grub screws that replace the outside Phillips screws on the Indestructible? That's my question to you, Thomas. And good morning.
And good morning.
Now I'm just waiting in chat.
So interestingly enough, some of the fellas and gals in chat are talking about blueberry flavors, and I think it's funny that I absolutely detest the Rocket Man clone that we made on the show. I have
Yeah.
some of it right over there, and I have a bottle of it right here too. Rocket Man, which it never focuses. I don't really want a camera that focuses anyway.
Sucking as a vape, the juicy made.
Yeah,
But it's
anyway,
not his fault.
I absolutely hate this. So I can't even vape it. But I gotta say that the policeman one we made is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna vaping the crap out of that. But so definitely want Bluebell vanilla ice cream. Definitely want a good blueberry vape still.
Hmm. Me too.
So that's at 67 watts. I can vape this at 120 watts. Whoa! Huge clouds. So that's a huge amount. The problem with doing this at 120 watts is that it's just too much nicotine for me. It's like too much exposure
Right.
all at once. I usually vape it around 50, 55, 60 watts. Love this thing. So the Moonshot, love it. Big fan. And you know what's funny is that on Instagram I get humongous amounts of traction for the Moonshot. People are always asking about it. People want to know about it. People want it to be cool. I tell people that it's basically, since I don't own a Griffin, I can't say exactly, but I do know that they're competing with the Griffin and with the Aromomizer directly. The Aromomizer is probably slightly more flexible than this, but for the average person, this tank is more than enough. And I love how it's low profile and vapes like $1 million. This is a Flava tank, but you can put watts in it.
The build actually went down. Hang on, I gotta either A, let a cat in, or B, let a cat out. Because it's going nuts, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm vaping this at about 65 watts. That was 90. Ryan Berman suggests that I try making my own DIY blueberry, and I have tried that, and I'm still trying. I've tried 4 or 5 different things, and not very happy with them, including some bilberry and some other stuff. But I've got like 4 or 5 different blueberry type flavors. But we're gonna get there. Gonna be getting there. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess I'm actually on my overhead mic. There we go. Oh, I muted the wrong mic. So there we go. So Josh, Fivefold Vapor, Carnival, that's his favorite vape right now.
Carnival?
Yeah, and William points out that he likes his Griffin a ton, but he wants to try the top airflow kit. So that's interesting too. I'm very interested. I am interested in the Griffin 25, I suppose. I definitely want to compare the Griffin to the Moonshot because the Moonshot is such a great little tank. I have a feeling, just intuitive feeling, that maybe the Griffin's more flexible, or I don't know, but the Moonshot is such a little low profile, killer little thing. Love that thing. So what did I put on my list to talk about today besides Brussels? I'm so sorry for Brussels. I feel sorry for them. I want to remind you guys, it's about 7 o'clock. We've been here about an hour. This is VapeAM, the show where you come to Orbital Vaping headquarters with me, Juicy Jones, and today we called Skeletor. And we just sit around and do morning stuff and rebuild stuff and wick stuff and call friends and look what's on sale and talk with the chat. So today we went over and I re-wicked my my Moonshot, which was absolutely filthy beyond belief. It was disgusting. I should have put a new coil in it, but I'll do that some other day. And we also are going to have Phil Busardo on Vaping Dawn to Dusk Saturday. So don't forget, you guys, to share that link. And I'm going to go ahead and put it into the description because that's the way we roll. And that's going to be great. And give us your questions, too, in the Facebook group. Follow me on Instagram at JuicyJonesHQ. Follow us on Facebook at Facebook Groups Juicy Jones. And we'll see you guys over there as well. So for the last half of the show, we're just going to keep doing this and answer questions. And we're probably going to go shopping here in a few minutes because Skeletor and I picked out a few things that we wanted to look at. In fact, if you guys have stuff you're interested in too, let me know and I'll look it up. I'm going to put a link to Phil Busardo's show into today's live show description. See Phil Busardo. Saturday, March 26th.
What do we got here?
Well, then that is done. That is posted for y'all.
Yep, I should have done another wrap. It's going to be too low for me to use on the series today, so I'm going to use it on my probably my rouleau.
Good idea. What does the rouleau fire down to again? 0.2?
The RX 0.1.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because it refuses to fire my overcast when I put 0.08s in it and stuff. It says, no, I won't do it. It's one thing I really kind of like about my DNA 200 is that it fires absolutely everything.
Yeah.
It's some wattage, even if it's low. So maybe I could make some DIY here for the second half.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, because I need to make some to send out and stuff. And I don't have any more resting bitch face, really.
Womp womp.
I can make some more Rocket Man. Not Rocket Man, but Policeman.
Brother from another mother.
It's cool. Yeah, by the way, for you guys who don't know, Owen Ginter has a new Instagram account. It's The Long and Winding Ohm, OHM. That's a good one. Long and Winding Ohm. Okay, I'm just clearing off the desk here. Show you guys so that I can do a little DIY. You've got hot spots.
Just one.
One of the things that's painful about building on the Moonshot is that to fire your build, you have to take it out and you have to like stick it in there, screw the coil down. So to test it, you have to like stick it in there, and then to wick it, you have to put the wicking through and stick the thing down there. So you can't really. You have to be real careful when you're wicking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Ryan Behrman says that he changed the sugar bear recipe, and why haven't I tried the sugar bear yet? He added some vanilla squirrel. That's cool.
Vanilla squirrel.
Yeah.
Like Rocky.
Yeah. Dum dum da da dum da da dum da da dum. Somebody needs to plug in their scale. My scale needs to be plugged in. I love the scale. Hello, you're now on. I have the tiny bottle. Wow, that is really dark. You can't see shit. I can't see it. I know they can't see it.
Cool.
A little better.
All right. Wait for this bitch to cool down. I'm going to wick it up, and off we go into the wild vape yonder with my first attempt at my own indestructible. I'm going to redo the build probably tomorrow or something. Add an extra wrap to it. Maybe a wrap and a half. Sorry, Owen. You're not going to see the noisy cricket in action this morning. I apologize, sir. It'll definitely be rocking and rolling on Thursday, though. Just set it over here.
So I'm
later.
setting up my Policeman clone to be 120 mils at 1.5%.
Nice.
So that is what I like. Let's see. I should have some orange tape somewhere very close by. That orange tape should allow me to label my
Yeah.
bottle.
Please allow you to introduce yourself.
That's right. So what I'll do is
That's right, Owen. Safety first, my friend. Safety first. That is why I am not rocking the noisy cricket this morning, but it'll be rocking definitely for Thursday's show. I can get that going. Add an extra wrap and a half.
yeah, and explain why that's important. So Skeletor made his build, and for his series box, he knows that he shouldn't go below 0.3.
Yeah, for me, it's 0.3. I mean, some people push the envelope. Like, actually, if I had like a 0.25 ohm build, I would run it on the new vape, but I would turn the potentiometer down to where it's not getting as much power.
That's right.
However, on the noisy cricket, with it being a hybrid, unregulated series team pipe bomb type thing, that only advanced builders and people who understand Ohm's law and battery safety and battery limitations um, should take care of. Should mess with, because it's definitely dangerous. You know, definitely be sure to check your 510, which I did, and this is plenty long enough. I mean, the indestructible Laddie is actually made for the noisy cricket, so.
Right, it's a pretty good bet in that case.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
There is.
So I got my recipe up. Hey, Robbie Vape Shops Life. Good to see
Hey.
you. Good morning. You missed us. All we did this morning so far was we re-wicked the Moonshot Skeletor is building on his Indestructible and his new Noisy Cricket, and I'm just making some DIY policeman.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm actually not running the noisy cricket because my build came out just a hair too low. I should have added maybe I could probably fit an extra 2 wraps in there. Probably.
Yeah, and if
Got
you
me
had a
some
potentiometer, you can, but you
native
don't. Right.
wicks. Well, I do have the potentiometer on the Nuve,
Right.
but the build came out to like a 0.23, which I could still rock on the Nuve, but I
Not
would
the
just
Noisy
choose
Cricket.
not to.
Yeah.
Not the noisy cricket, and I choose not to run it on the Nuve. I'll just run it on the RX. Looks good on the Nuve, but looks good on the RX too. Got some native wicks for the cotton. I love how this stuff comes. It reminds me of bubble tape.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. Just wrapped up.
So, am I that forgetful? I just had some nicotine liquid right here in front of me. Oh, here it is. Ha ha ha! I found it. It's already pre-shaken.
Not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. Of course, everybody knew that you don't shake martinis. It's barbaric. So 1.86 grams. Yeah. Shaking them is barbaric, man. You can bruise vodka. We're at 1.7, and we're looking for 1.86 grams. There we go. 1.88, that's close enough. Throw it away. Put the lid back in the nicotine. I'll be taking this right to the fridge as soon as I'm finished. Just as soon as I'm finished. In fact, I'm taking a paper towel and I'm wiping off the bottle. There we go. Okay. So, reset. Now, VG. I need a lot. 109.7. I think I may have to refill my VG bottle here. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. Is today Tuesday? It is Tuesday. We're doing VapeAM. Of course it's Tuesday. What am I thinking? Why did I even ask?
Hey, so Josh C, what is the event in Antonio that you're trying to make it to? The guys are talking about events.
Yeah?
And yeah, I'm always interested in events. Oops.
Yeah, we have an event coming up this coming weekend, actually, here in Orlando um, at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. I will
Really?
be there. Yes. And then we have an event next month in Daytona, and I will be there too.
That's fun. Wish we had some more events up here. So I have my gallon of VG here. I'm just refilling my small bottle, my ketchup bottle that I use. And the reason why this is fine is that the scale isn't going to go off because it's
It's plugged in.
it's plugged in. And all I've got to do is finish going back up to 109.71 once I get this thing back on here, which I just did. So there we go. 107.9, 109.71, excuse me. Keep on squeezing. Alright, we're within 10 grams.
Almost done.
There we go, 109.8, that's good. Alright, so, the VG, it is in. Yes, my friends. Alright, so now I just need to grab mes ingredients. Our delicious ingredients, which include Lucky Leprechaun, glazed donut, sweet cream, marshmallow, and dairy milk. Dairy/milk. Dairy milk. Love it. Totally good. Totally good. Alright. Yeah.
All right.
VapeCon April 9th and 10th is the answer to my question about that. That's so cool. 3.7.
Yes.
Okay, one little high on that one. And glazed donut, 4.8.
Okie dokie. So let's grab a juice I'm familiar with since I'm using this indestructible for the first time. What juice should I use? Juicy?
I don't know, Jim 2, Frida.
Of course I'm using Brita. Of course. Of course. Ba, 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 ba. Why do I have the Hawaii Five-O theme song in my head right now? Were
I
you
don't
just
know.
humming that a minute ago?
I probably was, knowing me. I probably was. Okay, Lucky Leprechaun. 12 grams. Gosh, that's going to be a lot.
All right. Get this cotton saturated with some Frito. Yes, sir.
A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay. Pretty exciting, gosh.
Ooh. Uh-oh. I think it might have rested into noisy cricket territory.
Oh, really?
Let me tighten down the screws and the rubs, and we'll find out. I'll throw it on the Coil Master 521 tab. You know how sometimes your resistance will jump after you wick and juice up?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's no bueno. Wah wah.
Did it fail?
Um, we're about to find out.
Steven Scott's asking what Lucky Leprechaun tastes like. Lucky Leprechaun is like a fruit marshmallow cereal,
All right, I think I got that
basically.
figured.
A lot of people vape it just by itself or with milk flavors.
All right, there we go. Yeah, so the center post was loose.
Ah, no wonder.
And so I tightened the 510 underneath, and it indeed needed to be tightened. So we're about to find out.
Yeah, that totally happens. It's really important to check that stuff too, because
Yep.
all kinds of inconsistent things happen when little things are loose. Last ingredient, sweet cream.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely staying on the rouleau.
What's it on? What does it read?
It wound up dry after I tightened everything up. It wound up dropping to 0.19.
Whoa.
Definitely staying on the rouleau. That's all right though. I'll rock it like that today. I don't mind. It's been a while since I've used the rouleau, anyways. I'm sure she's feeling left out,
You never play with me anymore.
right? Ever since you got that green Nuve, I'm so jealous. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome to chat. How are you this morning, darling?
Okay,
Juicy, you
last
got the
ingredient.
Hawaii 5-0 theme in my head now.
I remember the drum solos from being
Yeah,
a
I do
kid.
too.
All right, that's the whole 9 yards for this. All I gotta do is go heat it up and then shake it, baby, shake
All right,
it.
so let's see how pissed. Hey, Big Natty's here. Hey, Big Natty.
Hey, Big
Let's see how
Natty.
pissed off this bitch gets.
Big Natty in the Queen City.
How about that, everybody? Let me put some fresh juice on here. Who wants to see some fireworks? Who is ready to see some pissed off coils? Here we go. You ready? Yeah, baby. Can you hear that pop?
Yeah, I can.
That's how we do. I'm rocking at 116 watts right now.
Hey, Big Natty. Hey, everybody. Lex, Chrissy, Zach, everybody. James is still here. We're just hanging out. We spent the first half of the show, for you guys who were just tuning in, rebuilding the Moonshot, and Skeletor started building on his Indestructible. And well, I've just spent the last few minutes making a new bottle of DIY, and Skeletor's finishing up on his thing. And so we're just gonna, let me switch the display here and go back to normal. Bonk, 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 bonk. So that was pretty fun. Pretty damn fun.
Well, let's see how she vapes.
Arr.
Juice her back up a little bit.
Okay. Oh, Brian's taking off. Hey,
Have a good one, Brian.
have a great.
Thanks for stopping by.
We'll see you Thursday. And for you guys just tuning in, don't forget, follow us on Facebook or come join the group. You can join the discussion. And here at groups/Juicy Jones, you can come leave a question for Phil Busardo, who's going to come talk to us on Saturday. We're going to get his vapor story. We're going to talk to him, get to know him a little bit. This is
That's
VapeAM.
one that I'm looking forward to hearing.
Yeah. This is VapeAM. I'm Juicy Jones. That's Skeletor Vapes right there. And we're just waking up here at Orbital Vaping headquarters. Where's my tea?
I might need a coffee refill.
Tea. Delicious tea. And I want to remind you guys, don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to this video. And make sure that you click on the little gear and then check the box that says send me updates if you want to know when we go live. And we have another show Thursday morning where we just wake up here. And then Saturday we're doing Vaping Dawn to Dusk with Phil. And then a week from Saturday we have Vaping Dawn to Dusk with Luke live from Vape Jam UK, which is going to be really cool. Really cool. I'm so excited. This policeman clone is delicious as hell, and this 120 is good. Now I have to buy more ingredients because I've already made about 300 mils of this, and I vaped it all except for 60, and this 120 right here. So it's pretty darn good.
Good morning, Schizo. Good morning, Schizo.
Hey, there is Schizo. Hey, man, nice to see you. Schizo was one of my very, very, very first fans. Back when he and George are the only ones who used to watch me when I did Periscope, so that's awesome. He's right down here near me. See you, Orbital Joe. Great to see you, man. Good morning.
Is Leaf of Vapes, are you talking about the tip on the indestructible? Because if so, I think I'm going to get a little gator bore thing to go around it.
Oh, and homie was saying put some scotch tape over the electrical tape. That's fine, but I actually don't care if it smudges because this not a permanent label. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go make a fresh cup of coffee. I shall return in 2 shakes.
You're absolutely right, though. Yeah, great. You're absolutely right. The stuff does smudge, but it's not a huge deal for me. Yeah. This stuff is so good. And I actually just made a bottle of that the other day. Is this it? Nope. That's not it. There it is. And I'm sending this to Skeletor. This is the one that I made during the DIY show, and I vaped the one I made before that, and I'm rapidly vaping this one as we go. It starts to get, over time, the pastry taste starts to come out. The glaze taste is there right away, but it's real flat. And over the course of time, the sweetness and the pastry and the glaze combine with the milk, and it just becomes freaking delicious. I freaking love this vape. I'm going to hit somebody on this right here. Oh, this has already got tons of e-liquid on it. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to double vape. Why is that at 50 watts? Let's go 90. Yummy. So tell me, what do you guys have planned for today? It's 7:30. Do people have no sound? What about no sound? So I know of a chocolate that doesn't taste like school chocolate sauce. That is an interesting question. I don't know of a straight chocolate vape that I like very much. We can ask Skeletor when he gets back too, and the chat will chime in. But I like a chocolate donut vape, and it's called Gem by Gem Juice. But it's not the only. It does taste like a candy chocolate donut, not candy, but like one of those little inexpensive boxed donuts, chocolate donut. So if you're not into that, you're not going to dig it. But I love this stuff. But I am curious to see if anybody knows of an actually chocolate vape, chocolate proper. This is Gem. Little chocolate donuts. This reminds me of the Jim Belushi commercial. Come on, focus. Of the Jim Belushi commercial where he's smoking the cigarettes in the Wheaties box and he has little chocolate donuts. There we go. Anyway, never focuses for me. But this is the stuff that I go to when I want chocolate. But it isn't, like I said, like a chocolate milk or anything like that. That would be interesting. Hey, Zach, welcome back. And Vaping Micra, there he is. He's coiling out there, building his coils. You guys, by the way, check out Vaping Micra. I hope I can find your Instagram. Yeah, that's what I want to do, is I want to find your Instagram. There it is. There it is. Vaping Mikra. So go check him out. He does stuff like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Luke and Goo. So he's awesome. Follow him. Oh, and look at this. Great taste, sir. Okay. Oh, what a great page. What a great page. Not enough people following that page. Go follow that page. That is a good one. I really like that. Let me get my chat window back up. You got. So somebody says that they want a shrimp po' boy. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not sure how good a vape that would be, but it'd be totally delicious. So, other news, small news. My goon is coming, so that ought to be here pretty soon. I already told you guys that my amazing looking new vape mod's coming. What else? I've got a giveaway to do for Instagram. I'm not sure what I'm going to give away, but I'm going to put something together and give that away because I have so many followers. And I keep on intending to do that. I put the first one together when I had about 10,000, and I just blew through that too fast. I'm just looking at my Instagram. Cool. So, yeah. I'm curious what you guys are doing as well. What else did we see? Oh, yeah. There's a few things I want to know about, and maybe you guys in the audience can help out. And I know you can, James. I am interested in the Flawless 26650 Joytech collaboration mod. So I'm very curious how that thing looks.
All right, I am back.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
I was just saying I want to see this. I want to see this Flawless 26650 mod.
Oh yeah. I saw it this past week, Friday at Pistol Whip. The owner George had one, and it's pretty cool looking. It's a 26650. It's Joytech board, and it's nice.
That's it.
Ooh.
$75 on Vaping Cheap. $76.50.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know. I thought that I saw this before, and I thought maybe did somebody say the build quality of this isn't very good? I'm not sure. I need to find out for myself, but I think I remember someone saying the build quality that's sketchy, but totally cool. And another one I wanted to look at was, I think people probably already saw this one. That's not it. Nope, that's not it. H Cigars coming out with another one too. But what is this tug tank that you were talking about?
It's a look up Flawless tank, I guess.
All right.
Or tugboat tank.
Maybe somebody in chat knows. Tug tank by Surefire and Flawless, the ceramic coil tank. Boom.
Yes, sir. She vapes nice. Vapes real nice.
We'll go to wet vapes.
JH Vapes is in the house.
Hi, JH. Nice to see you, man.
What's going on, buddy? Long time no see. Yeah, Zach said the tug tank is amazing with the ceramic coil, and it is. I've vaped on it a few times. I almost picked it up on Friday, but I was so stuck on the Avocado and or the Griffin, mainly the Avocado, that I didn't, because I'm still looking to pick up the Avocado.
I'm definitely interested.
That bad boy on the new Nuve. Good banana. So I'm vaping on Babadook by Slasher Vapes. It's a banana
cool.
yogurt. Yeah.
How is it? Was it good?
It's fucking epic.
I was just talking with Gary of Slasher Vapes about a future collaboration idea. I love his mods.
Yeah, yeah. I put the idea in his head about. Well, actually, I put the idea in his head back before we started the prior live show that we did, and he was cool with it. But there was a lot of heads. And after you and I started doing this, I spoke to him again, and I said, "Hey, it's just me and Juicy now, buddy." And he does want to do a future collabo. And Baba Duke, this is my second or third bottle of this stuff, and it's good. It's very good. It's a nice, clean banana yogurt. It's really, yeah, exactly what it is.
So I'm definitely curious about that thing. Would have to get my own hands on it. $40 is not very expensive. That's really not too
Mm-mm.
bad. That is really not too bad. Really not. How do you like
I'm
the
actually,
indestructible?
yeah, I was just about to answer that. I like it pretty decent. I do want to get a little gator board tip to go around the tip here because it's not interchangeable. It is what it is. Uh, I do have to do a different build on it in order to run it on the Noisy Cricket. This one ended up being at 0.19, which this reads about 0.03 less than what my 521 tab does. So the 521 tab would say like 0.23. But it's a good vape. I like it. It's got great airflow. I've got the top airflow open right now.
Is the
And
521 tab always a little bit off, or is it usually correct?
I'm not sure. I want to put it up against one of the USA made tabs that are out now, and see how they roll, and then compare it on a couple of different devices and see what happens.
Yeah. Kevin Hannafin, it is GEMJOOS.com. And if you use the code Juicy Jones HQ, you'll get a discount. Because that's how cool Larry is. Um,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And that stuff is
Jim
delicious.
Juice got Jim Squared. That's my own personal. That's a Larry Webb original OG label.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he was asking about chocolate flavors. And I was saying
Yes,
how the gem flavor, the original gem, is a very good. It tastes exactly like one of those little inexpensive donuts. So it doesn't taste like fine chocolate milk from France
right.
or anything like that, but it tastes exactly like a little chocolate donut. So Sam Wells says he's personally not satisfied with that thing, that tug tank, because of the refinements. Because yeah, we were aware that Dolphin had done it, and then they made some refinements to it and stopped selling the Dolphin and started doing their own. So that's interesting. Curiousa. I would have to vape it for myself too, but they seems like they would have hot spots. Um, maybe I don't know. Vaping Micro uses a USA fire meter and reads into
Yeah,
the thousands. Wow, that is fancy.
it does.
Very
It does.
fancy.
It does. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try some of this banana yogurt on the indestructible.
Mmm. I just put some gem juice on here. Mmm. Yummy gem.
The original gem.
Yeah.
I bet you this black indestructible would look banging on the black and green rig. We'll figure that out in a second. I know the 510 is good.
That's good. Yummy. So yeah, I put ADV into the Moonshot. A lot of those gem juices are good. My favorite juice right now is, in fact, one of those gem juices. And Stephen, and it is. I don't have it sitting right here in front of me, but I should. Yes, I do. And it's called Gem 2. Gem 2 is the strawberry donut, and this stuff is like my kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, give me more. I'm also vaping on my haze dripper tank, 43 watts on my little SMY. Zach Schaefer in chat is asking how much that USA fire meter costs. That's very interesting.
I think they're kind of pricey, but I think it's relatively inexpensive for what you get, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's look it up. Shop USA ohm meters.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Juicy, when you do O's, try dropping your jaw a little more, not too much to where it's uncomfortable. Straight
Okay.
from Zacky Boy.
All right. They are $75.
Micker just said about $70. So yeah, okay, cool. I mean, like I said, it's for the quality and for how dead on balls they are. Uh, $70, you're gonna pay what? 50 for a 521, 45, 50. I don't
And I
remember.
presume that this thing shows you. I presume that it shows you like 013 if you're building below the decimal point, because it only has a three-digit display. So I presume that it moves the decimal over.
Ooh, a banana custard from Wicked Park. That's right down the street. Wah wah. Looks like I might be picking up some banana custard. It's called Third Floor. Does anybody who is local, like Zach, do you know where I can pick up the little gator board silicone rings for my indestructible? Let me know, please, sir. I need one ASAP. This is getting a little warm. And especially if I'm going to rock it on the rig, I'm about to toss in like a parallel build on that bitch. Oh, that one blew up. I have a draft.
Fun. That's a cool little object to own.
Mm-hmm.
Mikra. Yeah, so yeah, he said under 1, it just moves the decimal over and shows you 100. I see. That's cool. That's super cool. And it's got a 195 amp MOSFET. Whoa! And they, hi Mitch, K, in the audience. He says that thing has a 195 amp MOSFET, and they
Mm-hmm.
also make a dual 18650 version of that, which is cool. So you just leave
Yeah,
it there.
no doubt.
That's fun. That's really fun. So yeah, besides the Moonshot and the Griffin 25 and the Goons and these things we've already talked about, what else is coming out here pretty soon? Maybe James has something for us here. Oh, Mitch says he just got his Goldie. We don't have one yet. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
going to get Goldies and we didn't end up getting them. I definitely want to see what they're like.
I have yet to put my hands on one as well.
Yeah.
However, the pictures that I see are pretty cool.
Heck yeah, they
Excuse me.
look great. Totally. I bet one of those would look really good on this BMI or on this home wrecker.
Could be, could be.
So the tsunami, apparently, we don't have any new news about it, but the last news we heard
Mm-hmm.
last week was that the tsunami, they made some changes to the production version that were different from the review version, and they
Right.
went out and they're actually slightly inferior because of some post issues and the center post pin being short and some other things. So that is an interesting thing. We all want a tsunami, but you can pre-order one for $10 on Fast Tech. Um, but I am curious. Oh, and Robin Berman points out the Aromizer Supreme is coming out, and it's the Aromizer Supreme is got a little bit of its air taken out by the Griffin and the Moonshot because those two are so good. People are a little bit less. Before the Aromizer really was the game for that kind of vaping.
Yeah, there's so many RTAs that have come out since then, though, that, in my opinion, are far superior. Um, but I have unfortunately yet to put my hands on most of them. I really, really, really am looking forward to picking up a Griffin.
Yeah, me too. Especially the 25. The thing
Mm-hmm.
about the Griffin that's cool is that it has a very tall build deck. So,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
for example, the Moonshot has a very good wide build deck, but not a very tall one. So you can put a 3 in here probably, but nothing else. Um,
Oh,
and
Zach
yeah,
asked if I had tried the banana from Vaportory yet. I'm assuming you're talking about Quinana, and I went through like a 30 mil in half a day. Gone. Peace out. Good stuff.
yeah. Josh mentioned that his Tsunami got pushed back to the 28th. You actually should be happy though because like our goons. Our goons got pushed back too. They just shipped, but they pushed them back for like 2 weeks because they were making changes to them. So if I had pre-ordered a Tsunami, you'd be bummed not to have it, but you would rather get one that they tweaked and got right. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. By the way, this is VapeAM. I'm Juicy Jones. That's Skeletor Vapes hanging out with us in Skype today. And this is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. You're just waking up with us. And it looks like Josh got his tsunami at vapingwalrus.com. The URL he used is vapingwalrus.com Kevin, which I don't think is a valid URL. I think you have to take the Kevin off.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikra, have a great day.
Peace out, Mikra. Good to see you.
That's funny. Yeah, he's one of our European watchers, which is totally awesome. Love our European friends. Skeletor is over there practicing his two-fingered O's. Two-fingered O blow.
Yeah, it's funny. I was nailing it last night. I was sitting here. It was like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was just doing some weird shit while I was sitting here. And I was like, boom, 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 boom. With less air displacement, you can go faster with 2 fingers. And it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Mitch asks another question I've been thinking about, and that is, when is the BMI V2 coming out? And
I haven't heard anything, actually. I've been at Fast Eddie's, which carries the BMI. They're pretty much the exclusive here in Central Florida. And I haven't heard anything about the V2 yet. Then again, I really haven't asked, honestly, to be quite honest.
Right. I would love one of those. I've been lurking on their website and their Instagram, just staring at refreshing the webpage to see what's up. I'll tell you what I would like to. I would like to have like a little BMI mini with a lipo. That'd be great. That's just me. Oh, Owen Ginter wants us to guess what he's vaping on.
A noisy cricket?
I'm guessing maybe it's either a noisy cricket or one of those SMY triple series boxes from 2014. I think that's it. And an original tug.
Word.
Oh no, it is noisy cricket. Why, yes it is. So yeah, today I wasn't in the mood to lecture you guys or rant about politics or anything like that. Just try to get some maintenance junk done.
No doubt.
Yeah, totally. Oh, another thing that I want is I still want one of those Watofo Chieftains, the triple box that Vaping with Twisted 420 rebranded, and I still want that Watofo Serpent RTA, and I still want everything about Watofo. I still haven't gotten an Ice Cube, Daddy, and also there is another atomizer from there's a tank that is from Cthulhu Vapes. That is another tank that has got a weird design, kind of like the what's it? Hold on, let me get it up here. Cthulhu.
They're talking about the Nugget in chat, which is like the Mini Volt, but I guess it's better quality. And Brandy goes that the Mini Volt is super cute. And I agree, because when my roommate actually has a Mini Volt, and they're like this big. I like the Vape Berry, though. I like the weight of the Vape Berry. It feels like it's better put together.
I love the idea of the Mini Volt. I want a Mini Volt to put my Moonshot on, because I saw another guy who had a Mini Volt and a Moonshot on it, and it was just so tiny. It was such a tiny, tiny little thing. I couldn't believe it. This is the Shuriken RDA by Cthulhu.
Oh, the Shuriken?
Yeah, and this one has a deck that's a little bit like a Goon, with 1 screw instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in this. It doesn't look like... I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't look like you can put as much cool stuff on here, but
it looks like the phenotype.
Yeah, a little bit, except that whole top retainer goes up and down. Oh, on the outside, yeah, it does. Yeah, the air holes, totally.
I wonder what the build deck looks like.
You just haven't caught up. The build deck looks like a Goon.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. It also looks like the Twisted Squared.
Well, yeah, except that it doesn't have holes.
Oh, it's got slats.
Yeah, it's got those. Except they're C-shaped instead of flat.
Gotcha. I got you.
So they go down on top of there.
So it goes down on top of the wire and clamps it in like an electrical.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
That's
traps it
actually
that way.
probably yeah, that's probably a better connection.
Well, I remember that one of the things I said about the goon when I saw it was that I would like it better maybe if it had one screw instead of two each, but we'll see. The goon has two so that you can have a wider area in the middle to trap flat aliens and stuff like that. And that one's going to be slightly limited, but we'll see. Um, what is smaller, the Ice Stick Mini or the Mini Volt? I think the Mini Volt is smaller, but maybe.
Yes.
Ice Stick Mini is pretty damn small. Those are good.
I will go snag the mini bolt here in a second. I just saw it a few minutes ago sitting on the table in the living room. I'll show you exactly how big the mini bolt is.
Yeah, not just the Nugget either, but also the Vape Berry by Dovepo is another small.
Larry had his avocado on his vape berry this morning on his Instagram photo.
How was it?
It looked freaking cool.
There's a what is the wattage on the Vape Berry? Is it 40 watts as well?
40? Yes,
The
40.
Vape Berry works, and the thing about the Mini Volt that makes it slightly better on paper than the Vape Berry is the Vape Berry uses an 18350, and the Mini Volt uses a little lipo.
I'll
If
be
I
right back
recall
to grab the
correctly.
mini bolt.
Sure. Look up the Stonehenge RDA. I will look up the Stonehenge RDA. Well, that URL was not found. This one only has one picture. Hmm. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. It's got a center post with 4 holes in it, and you screw down into there, and then the side post, you can just do whatever you want. I see. And then the air comes out of there. So I suppose you're supposed to put the coils along the ring on the outside.
All right, I'm back. And this
Interesting.
thing has the Low Pro RDA on it as well, so it looks even tinier. There it is.
That looks killer. I love the low pro RDA.
This thing is so tiny. Where's my tape measure? Here's my tape measure. With the Low Pro, we're looking at 2 3/4, just over 2 3/4 inches.
Ooh, that's small. And which one is that again? The Mini Volt?
This is the Mini Volt with the Low Pro. Yeah,
That is awesome. Is that your roommate's?
yeah.
That is awesome. What kind of build is in that thing?
Let's find out. This freaking RDA is so tiny, I can't even get my grip on it. That's funny. There we go. Oh, it's a single coil.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. I also like the Roy Hunter Mini. Love that thing. Here's the new. I have seen the new Aromomizer RDA. I mean, I've just seen it. I know exactly. I'm not a huge fan of the twirling airflow in this thing. But, it says it's squonk ready. Love the 2-post deck.
Yeah. You're talking about the Velocity V2?
No, I'm talking about the new Steam Crave RDA.
Oh, okay. I heard you say squonk ready.
Yeah, but it is. Here's my ride.
Yeah, right. They're coming for
Can
you,
you hear
boy.
Sorry about that, everybody. That's how it is. So that's cool. Yeah, I'll check out Homeboy Josh's review of the Steam thing. That's cool. That's fantastic. All right. Well, I made the mistake of closing my chat window. That was smart. No, I can't see anybody. I miss you guys already.
Wah, wah.
There it is. So, this has been VapeAM. We're going to take the next 5 minutes or so and just chat with you guys and vape out. Let me
Yeah.
just grab my chat window again.
So if
I'll be
anybody
linking
has
through
any
this.
questions and comments and concerns and or recommendations, please let us know.
There we go. They. Yeah, my girlfriend is just getting up, getting ready to go to work. We've already gone through and re-wicked the Moonshot this morning. You can rewind and watch that. And we put a new build on Skeletor's Indestructible. We
Yeah.
made some DIY here, and I can hear her alarm going off. And Mitch K says his new love is the ceramic drip pits of the Doge V3. They look awesome. Yeah, in fact, the Doge V3, we just gave one of those away a few weeks ago, and Brian just got it in the mail from Fastech, and he's stoked, and I really want one of those things. And Zach is telling me to check out the Magma Reborn, too. You're not the first person who told me to check into that.
I heard that as well.
And what is the name of that huge 30-inch tank that Nick keeps telling us to look at?
The VCMT?
Not the VCMT, it's the other one.
The
He'll tell
PFT?
us. Maybe.
The big fucking tank?
I think it was the third one. Anyway, we'll see. He'll chime in and tell us that in the next couple of days. So yeah, I've got a big fat cup of tea. Skeletor's got some new coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a great time talking to you guys.
Babadook.
Where can everybody find you on the internet, Skeletor?
You can find me on Instagram at Skeletor Vapes, on Facebook, WTF Vapors, as well as YouTube, WTF Vapors. That is VAPORS. You can email me, skeletorvapes@gmail.com, for any questions, comments, concerns, recommendations for review. Wow. It's been a while since I said that. I haven't done a review in a while because we've been working on this this live concept that we've been rocking and rolling with, and I've been, getting my technology going.
Tech. Ooh. Yeah, so we'll have to talk about the Magma here. Maybe I should get them to give me one of those things and we can all talk about it. I can sit here and whistle on it. You can find me on the internet at Juicy Jones HQ on Instagram, Juicy Jones at Twitter, and Juicy Jones HQ right here on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Find us on
Orbital
Facebook.
Vaping HQ, brother. You changed it. Orbital Vaping HQ.
Oh well, the URL is still yeah. Doesn't matter though. It's true.
URL never changes.
No, you can never change it. Facebook too. So Facebook groups /Juicy Jones because you can't change them. And make sure you like and subscribe. And I want to thank every single person who tunes in. We're really grateful for every eyeball. We love you guys. Love vapors. And this is really fun. And so I just want to thank you guys and have a vape. And then we'll take off here. So it's always too soon. So nobody ever wants to go. I know I don't. And actually, we could spend a few more minutes. It's only been an hour and 50 minutes, so we have 10 for the show to go on and on and on, and for my viewer attenuation to go grrr. I love it. Mitch K says that live stuff is so dope. He's excited for Tuesday mornings. Me too. And
E3.
The only thing is that you guys, we can call you on Skype too. So if you put if you friend me on Skype, Juicy Jones, then you can call in and be part of the discussion. We've done that. Last week we had Martin Futrell on. We had Owen Ginter on. I'm trying to get Donald Lennon on from Team No Steep. Team No Steep. And it's fun.
I'm cleaning up my over drippy mess here. Such an over dripper. Oh yeah, good banana. All right, let's see what we got going on.
I'm getting there.
I'm looking into chat. Zach says Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Vaping Dawn to Dusk are his shit. He gets notifications super quick. Yeah.
That's killer. And we're trying to schedule things further in advance and keep them stuck up there. And then also we're going to add more shows. So thanks so much. Thanks to everybody. Also, B-Man put a couple of juice reviews up. Make sure you guys go check those out too, and subscribe to everybody on the thing. And we love everybody in chat. We love all you guys. Let's go off the air. Let's get away while we're ahead.
That's right, everybody. And just remember, kick cigarettes, vape on, stay cloudy, and as always, peace out, y'all.
Peace out. Stay cloudy. Thank you.